Television.
All right, thank God it's Tuesday, the 21st of July, and we're here again on Morning Breeze, live from Jalingo, the state capital of Kwararafa State. Good morning and welcome to your perfect morning starter for this one. And Mr. Thomas Samuel, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's another beautiful day again.
sure.
So I hope you've been tracking. You know,
Yeah,
that's our duty. We track
yeah.
and see what is leading.
I'm a tracker, so
All right, and thank God our starting story has changed now.
Okay.
From FIFA World Cup, we'll be looking at other aspects of life.
yes,
Yeah, World Cup has
we
finished.
have moved on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's quickly move to what is happening live in Jalingo, Kwararafa State. The Kwararafa State Civil Service Commission, they've commenced the submission of forms, and a lot of misunderstanding have been going on so far. Looking at applicants, we have people that bought forms online, and we have those that actually went to the bank, paid for their forms, and all of them, they are now projecting to see that their names and their documents are being carried along. But there are few things that we need to actually let the public know right now. And one of it is that if you actually apply through the online website, if you followed online application, there is no need for you to go there for submission. The application, the acknowledgement slip that is with you guarantees that you have already applied. You only wait for the shortlisting. If your name appears there, you go for for the screening or whatever name they will give it. Then, for those that bought their forms, those that went to the bank and purchased purchased form and paid for forms, you are the ones that are to go with your forms. You go and submit your form, and while going, carry two passport, photocopy of all your credentials, and a written application letter. Please, these are information that you need to know. When you go there, as you can see on our screen, each local government has been given a particular office with inscription clearly stating that this is for so local government, this for so local government. So identify your own local government, submit your form, and go back home and start fasting and probably praying that your name will come out from the list or from the assigned number that has been given for this opportunity. We just need to pray and make sure that God help you in this case. So these are few instructions or few information that you need to know. Please don't give anybody money to get employment, because the chairman has clearly stated that there is no room for that. Okay, that's that for our leading story here. We'll move straight to what we have for you today, and we'll be going to our national dailies. We'll be starting with Daily Sun. There's something trending on Daily Sun, and I would like Mr. Thomas to go deep into it and give us a deep analysis on what we need to know. And the leading story here says, terrorism, Nigerians chair as Ansaro commandants back life jail. Headers, farmers trade blames over fresh clash in Plateau. Now, please, what do you bring out of this development?
Yes, for a very long time, Nigerians have been expecting to see that those involved in either financing terrorism or even spearheading the leadership of terrorist groups are being prosecuted and sentenced, right? So this judgment at least lighten up the mood. Many a times, the only thing you see after some members of Boko Haram groups are captured in the battlefield, they will tell you that they have introduced what they call reintegration, or what do you call it, rehabilitation, and what have you. But recently, Nigerians are calling on them that these people don't deserve to live in the community where people are living. They should serve the jail term in commensurate to the offenses they've committed. These people, that the two leaders of Asaruddin and the Al Qaeda branch in Nigeria. The judge yesterday sentenced them to life imprisonment. I think about 13 court charges were brought before them, and they pleaded guilty to all of it. Yes, they pleaded guilty to all of the charges. So we look forward to seeing more of this sentencing, and we look forward to see that if these people are arrested, speedy trial should be given, and judgment be delivered. They were arrested last year in 2025, and this is mid 2026, and already judgment has been delivered, which is a very great one. Nigerians are happy with it, and we look forward to seeing more of such prosecutions.
No, and just to add to your concern on this, there have been a lot of questions from Nigerians concerning this very issue, talking about the decision to jail them, the decision to keep them, has actually raised a lot of concern, because a lot of attention was given to what happened recently in Orire, Kogi, Oyo, and other part of the country, where people were beheaded. A lot of challenges coming to homes, and now these people have been arrested. Why jail? Why the jail issue? So a lot of projection, but that is part of it, and we just need to leave that. Let's move. Let's move quickly.
International human rights did not allow what do you call it? Maybe death sentences. So the best sentence you could ever give is the one they've given.
All right, let's project to this. Still on Daily Sun, we have another disturbing story here. We need to look at it quickly. NLC pushes for new minimum wage. Union President Ajoro says no new minimum wage for workers unavoidable. So, Mr. Thomas, talk about this. You know, this has also been a concern for workers, and this is coming up. So, what do you bring out of this?
Yes, see, when Tinubu came in 2023, he announced that subsidy removal, that he was going to remove subsidy and with immediate effect. And ever since then, the effect of that subsidy removal has been so much on Nigerians, especially those in the civil service sector, because you know the pay they have is quite minimal. And at the time, the removal of fuel subsidy pushes for a lot of discussions around increase in the minimum wage. Then they were proposing about 200 or 400,000 or thereabout, but they later agreed on 70,000 naira minimum wage, which presently I think almost all the states in the country have implemented it. But the effect still is so hard that even the 70,000 naira minimum wage could not take care of like an average civil servant. Now NLC are saying they need to review it again. But the interesting part of this conversation now is that they are not only going to focus on serving civil servants, they want to include retirees now in the discourse. You know, initially it was just civil servants, those that are active in service. But now that they are bringing this conversation that even those that are retired, they should consider reviewing their pension as well, because they've also served the nation, and what they are giving them is not also commensurate to the living condition in Nigeria. So they are saying that now the conversation will not only focus on active civil servants, it will also carry pensioners along, which is a good thing. You know, when they review minimum wage for active civil servants, they also consider for, what do you call it, for the retirees. And we look forward to seeing interesting conversation around the increase in the minimum wage.
Now, quickly, let's move from Daily Sun and turn our attention to what Vanguard is saying. We have a disturbing story on Vanguard. We've been reviewing, we've been talking about it, and I don't know why this delay is still there, because whatever thing that is clear is clear. We must not wear dark glasses in dark room just because of the people that are involved in a particular case. That moves us to what we have on Vanguard. How PFIPC got into 2026 budget by Adeyemi. We have few reactions here saying Fingers budget top officials insist I never met Gbajamilia physically. Reps begin investigative hearing into legal status, budget inclusion of PFIPC. Gbajamilia appears before ICPC. This story, you know, we've spoken about it several times here, And it has been a kind of concern for Nigerians looking at the level of operation and the decision and the delay. Since we know those that are involved, please, Mr. Thomas, carry on from here, please.
Yeah, I did say that this is one of the top cover-up stories ever in Nigeria, and the people at the helms of affairs don't even want this to come out. But it's the pressure from media and civil society organization that is pushing for this. But if you look at the body language of those involved, you could see that at the end of the day, nothing significant will come out of it. Let me tell you why. Yesterday, Bajabia Miller went to ICPC and he only spent about 30 minutes. They said they reported that he was there around 3 p.m. and left 3:30. And according to report, that he was there to support them in the investigation.
Not that he was there to...
You get that he was there to support them with the information they need for investigation. How is that? When he is involved in the whole thing, now he's the one supporting them to investigate. Where exactly? That is a question for another day. The National Assembly yesterday also had a lot of members appeared before them. One of them was some representative from the central bank, and there they testified.
And also from the office of the chief of staff.
They testified that they opened a two domiciliary account for this agency, and the mandate was from the office of the secretary to the federal government, because there is only their mandate that allows for such account opening. The mandate came, but they later twisted and say, while the account was open, it was not active, that no one came to engage, what, blah, blah, blah. Then another one, head of service, she said she's not responsible for allocating office, blah, 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 that all the offices were under the office of the secretary to the government of the federation. Now, at the end of the day, yesterday, the National Assembly say the secretary of the, what do you call it, federal government should appear before them. Those in charge of budget, those in charge of salary, those in charge of a lot of other dignitaries in the government should appear. But then, if you look at the testimonies they are giving, they are in some sort of way implicating themselves, and in some sort of way as exonerating themselves and pushing blame to the other. This one comes, exonerate himself and hand over the baton to another. At the end of the day, I am telling you that nothing significant will come out of this.
And there was also something very interesting or funny, because they said they never gave attention to its budget because its office was without a structure. That's the meeting they had yesterday.
So the question is not even about whether it has structure or not. How did it even got into place in the first place?
And how was he operating?
This guy was seen in international summit through the Nigerian government. There are pictures with him and even Gbajabiamila and other top government functionaries in a program. So what are we saying?
All right, let's leave that and pray that things go well. You know, it's actually bad. We are victims of this.
I don't even like talking about this because of a truth.
All right,
these people don't know exactly what they are doing.
Let's move to Daily Trust. We have something disturbing on Daily Trust, and that will take us to the end of paper review on Morning Breeze show. How thunderstorm claims 6 children. It's actually disturbing. Mr. Thomas, please, what do you have to say about this?
It's a side story. I understand that they went to farm to harvest granite, and at the process, rain started falling. So they went to maybe hide under the tree, and the thunder struck, and some of the branches of the tree fell on them, and instantaneously 6 children died. It's quite sad. And you look at their ages from 7 to I think about 10 or thereabout, most of them. And these are kids that, if not for any reason, what kind of work would they even be doing in the farm? You understand? Their strength has not gone to that level that they can go and do significant labor and of that. But I don't know.
We sympathize with the family.
Sympathize with the family. It's tragic for a family to lose 6 children at once. But the most important thing for the public to know is that if rain is falling, under tree is not the best place to hide. You should not take refuge under the tree. The environmentalists are saying that even in your own house, you stay clear out beside windows touching metal or any electrical appliances, because the current communicates, and it can affect people that are close by.
All right, just for clarity and for viewer to know exactly where this took place, it happened in Adamawa State and Garum district of Guinea local government. So this is where the incident took place, and we sincerely condole with the entire family and pray that God will raise their souls. And the lesson out of this, we need to learn it and see that we balance up. Okay, that's that for paper review. We'll be going straight to another segment of Morning Breeze, where we get to speak with our guest, talking about health workforce in our country, in Taraba State. You know, it has been a challenge. We've been having a lot of stories coming from that angle, and it has to do with humans. It has to do with us. So stay with us as we'll be coming back to tell you more about the health workforce in our country.
In a world where information inspires change, growth, peace, and development, Kwararafa TV is proud to be your trusted source. Our goal is simple: to promote development through the power of information. We are live 24/7, bringing you the latest news from within and beyond our state. From newspaper reviews and expert analysis to entertainment updates, talk shows, and uplifting religious programs, there is always something for everyone. Need coverage for live event, news story, or well-crafted documentary or jingle? We've got you covered with top-notch service every time. Stay connected with us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and X, or visit our website at www.kwararafatv.tv. You can also find us on your free-to-air decoder or tune in on frequency of 12589. This is Kwararafa TV, amplifying voices and driving progress. This is Kwararafa Television.
All right, many thanks for staying with us. Still the program Morning Breeze. This segment of the program, we'll be speaking with a guest, and you know what it is when it comes to health. We have with us in the studio Dr. Garba Danchuma. He is the Executive Secretary, Taraba State Health Services Management Board. Good to have you on the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, our viewers.
All right. Okay, let's move straight to the crux of the gist. Looking at the Taraba State Health Management Board. What roles or what have your board do so far to see that health workforce is maintained and enforced in Taraba State?
Okay, thank you so much. Let me start by saying health workforce is one of the components of the health system. And the Taraba State Health Services Management Board is one of the agency of government under Ministry of Health responsible for recruitment, deployment, and building capacity of the health workforce and secondary health care facilities. So, as I said earlier, health systems has about 7 building blocks. One is the infrastructure. Two is the health information system, the data management. We have to talk about the health workforce. That's the third component.
That's right.
Talk about the issue of medical products, equipment, leadership and governance, and then the healthcare financing. So all this has to come into play before you have a vibrant health system. But at the center is the health workforce. You can have the best infrastructure, you can have the best technology, but you don't have people, motivated people, qualified people to drive in the process. You cannot get a very good health system. So I think in terms of our role, we ensure that as state government, there is issue of production. You have to produce the healthcare workers, you have to deploy them, and you have to have retention plan. So these three things have to be very, very active before you can say you have a very strong health system. So the production, if we talk about production, is training them. And we have training institutions here in Taraba State. We have the College of Nursing, beautifully. We have the Polytechnic, producing some healthcare workers. We have health technology in Trapu. These are government, and they are all the private that are regulated. So production, then the next one is deployment. After you train them, they need to deploy them where they are going to work. And then while they are working, you have to get some package to ensure that they are retained, which include good salary package, good working environment, motivation, recognition, among others. So I think this is what we focus as a board to ensure that we put all this in place, so that provide quality healthcare services to the populace of Taraba.
All right. Thank you, Doctor. You've mentioned three things that are key here: infrastructure, data, then productivity. Now, I want you to speak about the quality. You know, when you're talking about healthcare, the quality of those personnel, those that are involved in it, matters a lot. You agree with me that they matters a lot. Now, can you speak to us about the current strength of our health workers? How is it? What is our strength like?
Okay, thank you so much. Issue of health, as defined by the WHO, is a complete state of physical, mental, and social individual, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. And these are driven by the health workforce. So the distribution, I can say, based on standard, there is WHO standard of health workforce. For instance, based on WHO standard, it's supposed to be, let me use an example of doctors. 1 doctor per 1,000 population. That is the ideal. We are not there yet as government, but we are moving towards that goal because His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Taraba State, Dr. Abu Kefas, has given automatic approval that any doctor that comes to Taraba that is qualified will give automatic employment. So with this, we have tremendous increment number of doctors. For instance, in the past, we hardly see more than maybe 1 doctor or 2 per health facility, and now we can have up to 5 doctors on health facilities in Taraba State. So for nurses, we have about 4 to 450 nurses in the state. Equally for the medical lab scientists, we have about 42 medical lab scientists. We have 55 pharmacists, and the secondary care facility, we have 14 healthcare facilities under the board. These are secondary level of care, because in healthcare we have the primary, which is under the Primary Care Development Board. These are the PHCs and other category of primary level of care. Then the secondary health care, which is under SIMM Board, we have 14 secondary care facilities. The tertiary, that's one that handled by the federal government. So I can say for now we have, to some extent, required number, but not optimal. But we're trying to make more effort so that we can get the required numbers as defined by WHO. For instance, recently we are in the process of recruiting 550 healthcare workers. I have concluded the exercise. Any moment from now, we are going to deploy them to the health facilities. And last year, about almost 1,000 healthcare workers have been employed in primary healthcare and Ministry of Health, among other agencies of government. So I can say the distribution for now is not what we expected, but we're close to what the global standard is looking for.
Now, you've touched part of the question that I want to ask now, talking about the recent recruitment of 500 and I think 500 and something.
550.
550, yes, 550 nurses. What significant difference has it brought to the healthcare? As far, our people are in numbers and we have all these facilities are there. What significant difference has it brought to us? And speak to us on that, the recent recruitment.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think while we're recruiting, firstly, there is maldistribution and inequitable distribution. So we want to improve the number. So if you say maldistribution, maybe you discover that maybe some places have more than others, and there are some rural areas that don't have enough. So by the time we now recruit this 550, we are going to post them to where their services are required. Because, for instance, there are some health facilities that don't have enough nurses. So if we are going to do the posting, we look at all these justifications. We have our own baseline. We know where they need these nurses and medical record officers the more. So we are going to post the nurses, the midwife, based on it, to ensure there is equity in the distribution. And by so doing, that can improve the quality of service we provided in the healthcare facilities. There is a standard for the number of nurses, for instance, by number of beds in the health facility. So we're trying to see how we can balance that global standard. So the recruitment is geared towards improving the healthcare services, especially to see how we can reduce maternal and infant deaths in our healthcare facilities.
All right, before we go on a break, I wanted to speak about the rural areas that we have around. You agree with me that some of these rural areas, they have challenges, especially when it comes to healthcare facilities or services. They have challenges because sometimes they come on air to speak, they come on their handles to speak and to drop their concern. And this has been the questions in the heart of many. What effort or what are the plans towards attending to them at the rural areas?
Okay, thank you. I think I'm glad to say I was in World War myself to see what is happening. I think this is one of our remotest areas where we have secondary care facilities, and they were in Mambo. So what we usually do there first, as I say, we need to ensure how we can retain these healthcare workers. So going there for supportive supervision, to see chief executive with members of the team visiting them, to give hope to the healthcare workers and the host community. So those in the rural areas, were able to discover that many of our healthcare workers don't want to go and work there. So that's why the state government will have what is called a rural posting allowance for those that are going to work in the areas like Warwar and Bambur. They have special allowance to attract them to those areas. And by so doing, those people in the rural communities will have increased number of healthcare workers. And by so doing, the services will be improved. So my visit to Warwar, I discussed with the members of the host community, and one of the challenges is the shortage of human resources and the high turnover. So in this recruitment process, I'm going to give General Hospital Warwar a priority, so that they can have a required number of healthcare workers with the right mix. If I say the right mix, you cannot just send nurses alone. You need to send other cadre, pharmacists, lab scientists, doctors, so that they have right mix to provide the quality healthcare services. So we have this in mind. We are going to prioritize the rural areas, and that's where the rural secondary health facilities are located, so that they have the good side. For instance, if we talk about Jalingo is an urban area.
That's right.
So we have Federal Medical Center, we have orthopedic hospital, we have other private health services. But some of these things are not there in place like Warwar, Bamboo. So that's why I want a lot of emphasis in these local government areas where we have our own secondary care facilities that is devoid of other institutions like tertiary institutions, private institutions.
So what you're saying now is there's a movement towards that. There's an action plan towards attending to local government. I don't want you to just look at a particular local government. For the sake of our viewers, someone who is maybe watching us from Karim Lamido will say, are you just talking about Sadona? What about Karim Lamido?
Yeah.
Then someone from Kurmi, someone from Bali, Gachaka, and other places. You know, these areas are actually in remote they're actually in remote areas that sometimes they find it difficult to access. We want to categorically know if there are action plans towards visiting those places. You mentioned Warwar, yes, that is taken. Other local government, do we also have them in mind to see that they have all these facilities checked?
Absolutely. I remember when I came in as executive secretary, the first thing is for me to do a kind of quick assessment, baseline, to see where we are. And I was able to tour some secondary care facilities. I was in Bali, I was in Sarti, I was in Gembu, I was in Warwar, I was in Pantisawa. So I was in Lao. So now there is plan for us to visit the others. And I just gave example of Warwar, but I keep emphasizing that we are going to ensure that there's equitable distribution. If I say equitable, for instance, Jalingo, I'm just giving an example, it's an urban area.
That's right.
So we are not going to dwell more in Jalingo, for instance. But we'll put more emphasis in underserved community, rural community, for instance, Baisa, Warwar, Bambur, Ibi, among others. So we ensure that we look at what is the best line. How many nurses, doctors do they have at the moment? So when we're going to do the deployment, we'll factor those things so that we can be very proportionate and we can also be equitable in the distribution of the health workforce. Which should put at the back of our mind, there should be the right mix, having all the healthcare professionals deployed so that they can provide comprehensive, integrated, quality services to our people.
All right, we'll go on a quick break. We'll come back. We'll still be looking at other interesting questions that we have for you. Stay with us. Don't go away.
Good news, Tarabans and Nigerians. 2610 Multilinks Concept Limited is here where quality, reliability, and value matter most. Multilink Concept Limited is your trusted partner for motorcycles, genuine spare parts, agricultural equipment, office equipment, and genuine engine oils. Whether you are a rider, farmer, entrepreneur, government agency, or corporate organization, we have the right products to keep you moving and growing. At 2610 Multilinks Concept Limited, we offer durable motorcycles including Kumata motorcycles, genuine spare parts, high quality engine oils, dependable agricultural equipment, and modern office equipment, all at competitive prices, backed by excellent customer service. We offer loan services mostly for civil servants. Visit our Jalingo office at number 51 Amaruwa Way, opposite Sterling Bank, PSA, or before the pedestal bridge along Wukari, Yola Road, ATC, Jalingo, or our Abuja office at number 5 Angle 90 Road, Phase 1, Gwagwalada, FCT. For inquiries and orders, call 08 111 06 1254, 0803 617 1476, or 0803 761 8411. 2610 Multilinks Concept Limited. Quality products, trusted service, lasting value.
All right, still the program Morning Breeze on Kwararafa Television. And if you're just joining us, we're broadcasting live from Jalingo, the state capital of Taraba State. And with us in the studio, we have Dr. Garba Danchuma, the Executive Secretary, Taraba State Health Services Management Board. Okay, so let's move forward with what we have here. I want you to speak about the welfare of the health workers. You've spoken about the infrastructure and other important factors that are part of your board. Now let's look at their welfare. How has it been for your board, considering their welfare and seeing that they live fine to actually offer the services to the citizen?
Okay, thank you so much. Issue of welfare is very critical. Having a motivated staff workforce is important to achieve any quality healthcare services.
That's right.
First, we'll start from when the healthcare workers are in school. For instance, medical students, lab scientists, pharmacy students, we have enrolled them as bonded students from beginning. I want to commend His Excellency, the Executive of Kwararafa, Dr. Bukefas, who has increased the medical student allowance from 5,000 naira for the clinicals to 82,000 naira. Which is
5,000
to 82,000 naira for clinicals, which is over 1,500% increment. And similarly, the allowances for clinical students have been increased from 7,000 to almost 120,000 naira, which is another almost 1,600 naira about percent increment. It has never been done anywhere like this. So I think the first thing is we want to catch them young. While they are in school, the state government is paying them allowances. And when they finish, they come back, we now automatically absorb them into the SI Mayan board. So this is one area of production, and then retention. So as they come back to the state, I'm also glad to say that our salary package for healthcare workers is comparable, if not greater than that of federal government civil servant. That is why in recent times, we're seeing even healthcare workers working with federal government establishment coming down to assignment board want to take employment with state government because our salary package is very attractive. So in terms of welfare, in terms of packaging, I think we are okay with that in the state government. So the other area is training. We make provision for in-service training. We make provision for specialization. I'm a product of that.
That's right.
We're the first set of students to sign bond in Taraba State. That still has a member. I was there as a medical student. We started the bonding, and I'm glad that now we started with, in fact, 1,700. But now it has been increased to 7,000. Now I'm hearing almost 120,000.
Wow.
I was the secretary of the resident medical student that time. So we fought for that.
So the secretary position started
Since that time.
It's not today.
Yes. So I think this is what we have in terms of motivation.
That's right.
From the school to employment, and then of course retention.
Now talking about the school, is it a college of nursing, or all the schools that has to do with health, education? Let me use that word. If I say like the TAC home also has one, then college of Polytechnic here, Taraba State Polytechnic, I think they have a department, then Taraba State University. Is it cut across or a particular school? Speak to us about that.
So I think it's not all schools and it's not all courses that are actually considered for the bond.
Oh, okay.
We have specific schools, accredited schools, and we have courses. For instance, those studying medicine, those studying pharmacy, physiotherapy. So there are courses that the Ministry of Health have identified and they are signing the bond. But none of our schools here in Taraba qualified to train medical students of that care that we're looking for. So most of them are outside the state. But wherever you are training, once you have evidence that yes, you are studying the course approved by Ministry of Health, and then there's evidence that yes, you are a student, don't be enrolled automatically. So I think that is what is going on at the moment. And as also said earlier, we have automatic approval by His Excellency that any medical doctor from anywhere in the country qualified that comes, regardless from whether you are from Taraba or not, we give you employment just to start working. So with that approval, we have seen a lot of improvement in the number of the health workforce in the state.
Okay, I love the fact that your board has actually considered the welfare of health workers. At least that will reduce Japa leaving our state or leaving our country to other countries to enjoy what we are supposed to be receiving here. Now let's look at the private health private health care facilities, or maybe that area. Is there any collaboration with the state-owned health facilities or health care? Is there any collaboration between them? Are you aware of the presence and what they are doing? Are they aligning with your directive or your reforms? Because this has to do under your care. How is it like with you?
Yes, thank you so much. The private health facilities are regulated by the Ministry of Health. They have to get approval and license to practice the private health facilities. But however, at the local government level, we have the principal medical officer in charges, who are also starting with the responsibility of ensuring that this hospital practicing are actually the ones that have been accredited and approved by Ministry of Health, so that to avoid quackery. So we collaborate. They refer patients to the government facilities, and of course, the government facilities ensure that they provide the services they actually approved to provide. So I can say there are collaborations between the public and private. I also have collaborations with development partners, non-governmental organizations, which they also help us to increase the workforce. For instance, we have the Achieving Health Nigeria Initiative, ANI, which is providing HIV services. They have recruited several number of healthcare workers in our facilities as at home, which helps in provision of services which have to do with maybe data management, file management, among others, in our health facilities. So we partner with both private health facilities, also non-governmental and developmental organizations.
Okay, sorry, doctor. Let me take you back again to the bonding system. the bonding system. Recently, there was at least recently questions came up as to the state government removing Taraba State laboratories and department from the bonding system. I don't know whether you have idea about that. Is anything like that? Can you speak to us? The reasons? Are there reasons to that? Is anything that maybe we don't know that happened? Because most of the people know that yes, bonding system is actually helping. It has come to stay, and recently they were not there again. So, can you speak to us briefly about it? What actually happened?
Well, I think I can say the issue of the bonding of students studying health-related courses is under the Ministry of Health. Ours will receive them after they graduate. So I think if there is that discussion, is sometimes you prioritize based on need. If we have enough, for instance, medical laboratory scientists that have been produced, most likely that may be the reason why the Ministry of Health we like to redress back for that particular. That's why, for instance, they would not studying basic nurses. They are not part of the scheme. Those studying other courses are not part of the scheme. So it was because of the need and then the shortage, maybe IQ shortage. That was the reason why those cadres were considered initially. But if there is enough production, I think maybe that will be justification. So okay, we have enough in this cadre. Let's continue with this for now. Because it's not all state governments that are paying their medical students this high amount we're paying. I think if there is anything like that, I think it's based on the need assessment and based on the need of the state.
In your capacity as the executive secretary, I think it should be clearly stated, because our people sometimes when they hear sweet things and reforms that are actually beneficial to them, they take it to heart and it stays there. So I think a statistic or maybe a kind of clarity should be given, so that once the expected number is reached, then they will know that this was a target that were needed for this, and they will subsequently wait to see if opportunity will present itself. I think from your office or to the Ministry of Health, this should be considered too, so that the questions in the heart of students, the questions in the heart of those concerned, will be answered without you stressing to go into it. I think let's move from here and talk about something else. Now you have in-depth knowledge about healthcare, and you've been there, you have been working, you have the experiences and all. Speak to the professionals, professional health workers that are out there. What message do you have for them?
Like I say, health is a right for every member of the population. And it's there in the National Health Act of 2014 that every citizen have right to health. And that is why we are now encouraging universal health coverage. You should have healthcare service without any catastrophic health expenditure. That is why the Taraba State government now have the Taraba State Contextual Health Insurance Agency to ensure that you don't have to pay for healthcare services at the point of them, because negative health condition doesn't give notice.
That's right.
You can be ill anytime, not prepared. So that's why this insurance scheme is there to ensure that people will benefit from it. So I want to encourage people to know more about the healthcare insurance scheme. Also to know that, yes, as government, we will try to do what we can to ensure that the populace have quality healthcare service. We have achieved a lot as government. For instance, if we look at some of the indices, healthcare indices, immunization coverage in the past it used to be maybe around 60 something percent, around 2020, 2021. But now, Penta 3 vaccine, which is an indicator for good immunization, we're almost around 108% as a state. So that is to say that people should be seen accessing healthcare services. Children should be taken for immunization services. And we're also able to reduce our HIV prevalence, which is very high, 10.5%. Now we reduce it to 2.9%. So I think what I was telling the populace, we need to work together, and people should not wait until when they're critically ill before they go to the healthcare facilities. Once you are ill, try to be in the health facilities so that you can get the services required to avoid complications.
All right, to boil down to the end of our discussion, you agree with me that the five-finger agenda of Dr. Bukefa's administration, health is one of it.
Yeah.
What are your words for Dr. Bukefas as far as health is concerned in Taraba State?
Well, I can say Dr. Abu Kefas is doing excellently well in the healthcare sector. We have noticed a lot of development, especially his hospital here in Jalingo is undergoing some remodeling. If completed, it's going to be one of the best healthcare institutions within the northeastern region. And then similarly, a lot of remodeling is going in General Hospital Bali, General Hospital Warwar. A new facility will still come on board in Karim General Hospital. So a lot of healthcare workers have been sponsored to go for training. And recently, he sponsored me to go to Bangkok in Thailand to go and make a presentation on the viral hepatitis studies we conducted here in Taraba State. So I can say in the healthcare sector, he's doing great, especially this issue of increment of the salary allowances of students and salary of healthcare workers. That has created a lot of opportunity for us to have a motivated workforce, retain workforce, to reduce the JAPA syndrome. So I say we are proud of him in terms of the infrastructure, in terms of the health workforce, and in terms of the health workforce retention.
Just for record's sake, also there's another building, a very good one going on right now at Bali too. And once completed, it will be a great one. So I must commend your effort, because I know he is doing what he's doing because it's someone who knows the process, someone who is in depth in that process is also occupying a good seat, and you are that person. So I commend your effort and your board entirely. Thank you so much for making time to be on the show. We appreciate you, and trust me, we'll still be calling you some other time to still clear us anytime we feel that you need to be with us. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Abios.
All right, we've been speaking with Dr. Garba Danjuma, the Executive Secretary, Taraba State Health Services Management Board. And thank God he has actually educated us on most of the things that we were not aware of. So we'll be going a break. We'll come back. We'll be having the entertainment G's. And after entertainment G's, we'll put light on sport. You just need to stay with us to have a better time.
In a world where information inspires change, growth, peace, and development, Kwararafa TV is proud to be your trusted source. Our goal is simple: to promote development through the power of information. We are live 24/7, bringing you the latest news from within and beyond our state. From newspaper reviews and expert analysis to entertainment updates, talk shows, and uplifting religious programs, there is always something for everyone. Need coverage for a live event, news story, or well-crafted documentary or jingle? We've got you covered with top-notch service every time. Stay connected with us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and X, or visit our website at www.kwararafatv.tv. You can also find us on your free-to-air decoder or tune in on frequency of 12589. This is Kwararafa TV, amplifying voices and driving progress. This is Kwararafa Television. This is Kwararafa Television.
Good morning and welcome to the entertainment segment of the show. I am MC Lasby, bringing you the latest burst updates and trending stories from the world of entertainment. We kick off things with popular content creator Pella has revealed that his decision to marry his fiancé Jarvis is deeply overwhelming, and he said he wants to end the family pattern of his parents never getting married despite having children. Pella explained that growing up in that environment inspired him to build a different future for himself. He also shared that his parents initially thought he was joking when he told them about his plans to get married. And Jarvis disclosed that she arranged their first date after they met physically in November 2024. Pella further explained that his energetic online personality is only for entertainment, while in real life he is calm, business minded, and focused on planning the future. He also believes that marriage will not affect his creative career. And guess what? He said, my parents did not get married and gave birth to us. I want to break that curse and get married. Pella believes that marriage is a decision to create a better family legacy, proving that one's background does not have to determine one's future. You know, your past or family history should inspire positive change, not limit your future. And next up, social media activist Very Dark Man VDM has explained that he rejected 50 million naira from the video, like kind of trying to tell him to come to do campaign for his uncle, which is the Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke, Davido's uncle. William said, according to him, despite the huge amount involved, he chose not to participate. He also recalled that contacting Davido privately to remind him about filing a promise of 5,000 US dollars gift to a fan in Ghana. People accused them of using the situation for publicity. Williams said the money was eventually paid. And he said a lot of money, like a lot of people will be happy. You know, within be 50 million, I bounce some, says William. And he prioritized his personal principles over financial reward despite the consequences for his relationship with the video. I know at times integrity often requires making difficult choices even when money is involved. Now, moving on, fresh speculation has surrounded singer Tubaba after videos surfaced showing him with his estranged wife Annie Idibia at a Lagos club amid rumors of his separation from Natasha Osawaru. The videos, alongside Annie's emotional comments, triggered widespread reactions online. Several celebrities advised the public not to interfere in the couple's personal matters, reminding fans that relationships are often more complicated than may appear on the social media. I know certainly they said they know they advise woman where they in love. Oh. Do so and waste your advice, wrote me Salami. Now, celebrities are urging Nigerians not to jump to conclusions or interfering in private family matters because not every relationship issue needs public judgment, and sometimes privacy is the best solution. And now in sports and entertainment, actress Destiny Etiko has revealed that she lost 5 million naira after placing her first football bet on 2026 FIFA World Cup final between Spain and Argentina. Oh, Auntie, I feel your pain. Like, that's what bet can cause at times. And she admitted the experience left her emotionally exhausted and financially disappointed, joking that she had quit both betting and watching football. And her post attracted sympathy from fans, while others encouraged her to avoid gambling in the future. And she said, and I quote, "First time betting and I lost. I'll never try it again." And betting comes with significant financial and emotional risks, regardless of experience. And never stake money you can afford to lose, that you cannot afford to lose, because gambling has no guaranteed winners. You find out that some people are joining WhatsApp groups that are having what we call AI generated codes, booking codes, that once you play that game, you win. But at the end of the day, it's not like that. Betting has to do with luck. Once you are lucky enough, you win. Because the one that some will play 10 games, one will cut, you play 5, one will cut, you play 2, one will cut. Even if you still play 1, the one will still cut. So why are you buying, using your money to buy booking code and also stake higher? Like, she regretted ever placing her first bet with 5 million naira. And that's one thing with us Nigerians. Once you do something and that thing did not favor you, the next thing I will turn to something. Not that I'm encouraging you, the viewer, to like be gambling or even putting your money in bet, but any money that you cannot afford to lose, don't stake bet with it. Let me not waste too much of my time with this story. Now to a light-hearted moment. Popular American streamer Speed met Sheyi Tinubu and his children during the 2026 World Cup final in New York. And during the interaction, the content creator jokingly asked Sheyi Tinubu's children to tell their father to get him a Nigerian passport. The friendly exchange quickly went viral and entertained many social media users. Nigerians, once they have any captivating story, the next thing you find out that the story is firing, is booming, is buzzing online. And he said, "Tell your dad to get me a Nigerian passport." And the moment highlighted Speed's admiration for Nigeria while creating another memorable interaction. Simple humorous moments and often leave the biggest impression and strengthen cultural connections. Finally, Burna Boy and Shakira have set a new FIFA World Cup music record after their official 2026 anthem. They surpassed 800 million combined streams across Spotify and YouTube Music. The song became the tournament's biggest musical success, with fans around the world embracing it throughout the World Cup. The milestone further strengthens Burna Boy's global influence and Shakira's long-standing connection with FIFA. Day has become the defining soundtrack of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And guess what it is? Like, the FIFA Queen, World Cup Queen, and also the African Giant musician in collaboration together. And guess what they produce? They produce what we call social media explosion with songs and entertainment. I know the success of Day shows the global power of music to unite football fans across different cultures. However, great collaboration can create history and leave a lasting impact beyond entertainment. And that is it for today's entertainment segment. My name is MC Lasby. Keep watching Kwararafa Television. Good morning, Desmond.
All right, thank you so much, MC Last B. Of course, interesting entertainment stories coming from your angle. Thank you so much for adding colors to Morning Breeze. All right, we're going on a quick break. We'll come back. We'll be touching part of sport. FIFA World Cup just came and passed, and we still have reactions from fans, and we want to talk about that. Stay with us, don't go away.
In a world where information inspires change, growth, peace, and development, Kwararafa TV is proud to be your trusted source. Our goal is simple: to promote development through the power of information. We are live 24/7, bringing you the latest news from within and beyond our state. From newspaper reviews and expert analysis to entertainment updates, talk shows, and uplifting religious programs, there is always something for everyone. Need coverage for live event, news story, or well-crafted documentary or jingle? We've got you covered with top-notch service every time. Stay connected with us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and X, or visit our website at www.kwararafatv.tv. You can also find us on your free-to-air decoder or tune in on frequency of 12589. This is Kwararafa TV, amplifying voices and driving progress. In a This is Kwararafa Television. This is Kwararafa, a world where information inspires change, growth, peace, and development. Kwararafa TV is proud to be your trusted source. Our goal is simple: to promote development through the power of information. We are live 24/7, bringing you the latest news from within and beyond our state. From newspaper reviews and expert analysis to entertainment updates, talk shows, and uplifting religious programs, there is always something for everyone. Need coverage for live event, news story, or well-crafted documentary or jingle? We've got you covered with top-notch service every time. Stay connected with us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and X, or visit our website at www.kwararafatv.tv. You can also find us on your free-to-air decoder or tune in on frequency of 12589. This is Kwararafa TV, amplifying voices and driving progress. In a world where information inspires change, growth, peace, and development, Kwararafa TV is proud to be your trusted source. Our goal is simple: to promote development through the power of information. We are live 24/7, bringing you the latest news from within and beyond our state. From newspaper reviews and expert analysis to entertainment updates, talk shows, and uplifting religious programs, there is always something for everyone. Need coverage for live event, news story, or well-crafted documentary or jingle? We've got you covered with top-notch service every time. Stay connected with us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and X, or visit our website at www.kwararafa.tv.
It's Morning Breeze, and you're welcome to the sport segment where we shall be giving you sports tidbits and as well give you detailed analysis about the sporting activities at the local, national, and international scene. I am Joachim Dengana Peters, and today I have a great guest, Peter Wenyo. You're welcome to Morning Breeze and the studio of Kwararafa Television.
Thank you.
Well, today on this park, the World Cup fever is still on. As of just 2 days that the World Cup ended, which shall be. We have a lot of intrigues and as well as records that was broken at the course of the World Cup. But we'll not be looking at it. We'll look at the finals and an history of the FIFA World Cup 2026. So, Peter, during the final match, it was a match that we saw Argentina as well as Spain sizing each other, but at the end, Spain was able to rise to the occasion, leave to that billing, and where we see the devastating Lionel Messi not really having a field day. But that is football. You win some, you lose some. So what can you say about World Cup 2026 and as well as the last game between Spain and Argentina?
Well, thank you for this opportunity. We're going to center on the finals, which gave a lot of people headache, while some are happy because Spain saved us from noise pollution, actually. Because if Messi had won the World Cup, we would still have been under trouble by his fans.
So are you a Ronaldo or Messi fan?
I'm a Ronaldo fan.
So that is why you are saying
I'm a Real Madrid fan, and I supported Spain.
Yeah.
And they did a very good job. From the first minute to the last, they outplayed Argentina. Even the camera could not capture Messi. Even the camera could not capture a lot of players. So we were very happy.
What of the records? We have some good revelations and others. So do you think they can be able to rise to the occasion in subsequent matches?
Yes, exactly, because this World Cup has brought up a lot of people to the limelight. For instance, let's just take that Cape Verde goalkeeper, who was also invited to the World Cup final because of his trajectory of stories and what have you. We see players who we were expecting they would do better at the World Cup, and then others rose up to overshadow them. And I strongly believe that football now, there are no underdogs. Everybody is at the brim of it. So a lot of surprises are coming.
So are we saying congratulations to Argentina?
Yes.
Rather Spain for winning the 2026 World Cup.
Yes, it's a congratulations.
Nigeria wasn't able to make it to the World Cup, but we have our own Burna Boy who actually stole the halftime show.
Yeah. Davido was there at the opening ceremony, and Burna Boy was there at the closing ceremony. So at least Nigeria is represented.
Does it really make up for our non-performance?
Actually, you cannot compare music with football. The atmosphere of football is actually different. So we had wanted to see the Super Eagles there, but they were not able to qualify. But we know that definitely the next World Cup will be there.
Well, which is where horses beggars will ride. Well, that is just it. That is your tall dream. But let's see how it goes this time. But that will be when the NFF are able to put their acts in order, because as a soccer pundit and as well as analyst and presenter, let me tell you, all is not well with the NFF. Now, let's come back home. Well, there is this talk here and there about Taraba Football Club. And believe you me, I happen to know much about the intrigues of Taraba FC. Do we really need to settle some of our debts as it concerns Taraba FC for them to go back to the early division, or let's say Division 1, or they start from the amateur, or the state government need to establish another team that I know that will be debt-free? We take off from here.
All right. Actually, there is no any state team that has no debt on them. But that of FC Taraba is so much. And one strategy that many states are doing is they come with a fresh name. They register a new name, register players, and maybe they start from the NLO. And if you want to play the NLO, it's based on zone. You go on the zone, just 1 week, you qualify to the NNL, you go to the NNL, put in your bets, you qualify to the Premier League. And then in the NNL, there are slots that if the government wants, they can buy the slot for you. And then when you buy the slot, you try your best to qualify for the Premier League. So if we say we're going back to clear those debts, it will be so much on the government that they will shy away from it. But I'm appealing to the government that if they can bring up something new, it will really help the youth in the state.
So looking at this debt, don't you think it's owing to poor management, those that were able to handle the team that particular time? Because if you can recall, there was a time, let's say, Fashanu came and there was an unholy arrangement. That unholy arrangement did not bring any fruit. And Tijani Babangida came. After that, when you want to talk about sign-on fees and money that they used to play players, my brother, you'll be perplexed. There are some times that we heard that some players have been paid close to 1 million. We're talking about that time. That is to tell you about the recklessness as it concerns finances or payment at that particular time. Don't you think poor management too is also a factor that is responsible for this?
I always shy away from using the word poor management. I always use the word being selfish and greedy. Yes, because
you can say the management then were selfish.
The management then were selfish and they were greedy. In the sense that a player will be on a salary of 120,000 and they will put it in the memo that this player is collecting 300 or 350.
That is it.
So when the government now bring up these things, they will now see that there are a lot of discrepancies when it comes to salaries, sign-on fee, allowance, traveling allowance. And then the government were not monitoring the whole thing to the end. So that's why whenever you see salary bills of FC Taraba, then you see it in hundreds of millions. And then if you come back, you will see the money is not even worth it. That's why the government now shy away from the whole thing, because there was no people that would be true to the whole process, and then they were not straightforward. So I am appealing to the government now that if they want to bring back state team, there should be total overhauling. Total overhauling in the sense that all those old folks that have been there for a while, put them aside, let them just advise. Bring in fresh blood. We have fresh coaches, new coaches, young coaches that are growing up. We have people that have studied sports management. They are all here. See, FC Taraba or any name that will come up, it can be run on a budget of 10 million naira in a month. Just 10 million naira in a month, it can run. Because I could remember the time we were playing. We played FC Taraba for free. When I mean for free, we mean for free. Because there are days where we go for matches, they will only give us 500 naira as feeding allowance.
On the way, inside cars.
In fact,
we used to follow your
there was a time we traveled, we left Jalingo to travel to Kwara for a match, 11 p.m. at night. We did an all-night journey. We arrived Kwara 3:30 p.m. and our kickoff is 4 p.m. We finished the match. We don't have money for hotel. We now head back to Taraba again that evening.
But that's pathetic. But there is this information that one or two persons, philanthropists, used to help the team.
Yes, they were trying. That was what we were using to fuel the car. The only strongest thing in that team then was our boss. The car that we used to travel, that was the strongest thing. So whenever we go to those people and they help us with money, we fuel the car.
Well, Taraba FC, I know there was a time that the government actually disbanded the team. Do you think that any operation at the moment is illegal?
That news for disbanding the team was the greatest mistake that was done, because they didn't put those players that sacrificed themselves for the team, because we were honoring matches just to keep the name of Taraba on the map. We were doing that. We sacrificed with our money, with everything, with our sweat, with our life, risks. But when they just came, they banned the team, and then it went. From that moment, we could not revive even one. So in the whole of Taraba, there's no team now that is going for NLO. No team.
So what do you think is the way out?
Okay.
Mostly that we have the Taraba State Sport Development Commission? Do you believe in the leadership?
Yes, I believe in the leadership because this is just a new commission that has been formed. So our expectation will not be that much on them. We'll just give them some benefit of doubt. And then there's this young person, Comrade Gara, who is the chairman for youth agency.
Yeah.
There's a team he formed now, and they are doing extremely well in the Jalingo Champions League.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think if the government will pick from there to now give it more light, give it more support, I think that particular team will do better.
So now let's get the record straight. Taraba FC remained disbanded. Your advice or your appeal to government, or let me say passionate appeal to the Taraba State government, is to establish a fresh team for Taraba State.
Yes.
And now that will take us to your last line.
All right. There are people that are advising the government wrongly because they will say, how can you invest such money into sport? What will you get in return? And I want to call on the government to know that sports unite people.
Yeah.
It brings visibility to the state. It brings religious tolerance for our health. It brings employment. It brings people to do business where sporting activities is being carried out. So if we look at that benefit, not the benefit of what the state will get at the moment, I think the government will do better in it. And then we are coming in the political era now. Politics is
We're
already in the political era. Now, if this team will come, if the government will bring back this team, I am very sure that this team will become an ambassador to the government of the state right now in all this local government. And then you will not have much stress to go for campaigning, to go for election, because those people in those particular local government, if you are picked from those local government, they will become ambassadors of the government. And then when you give them good treatment, they will sell the government. So I am appealing to the Taraba State government to please look into this matter. There are young people who are now into drugs. Many of them now into prostitution, because then we have Taraba Queens.
Yeah.
Many of them have gone astray. Some of them have no business. Some of them have not gone to school. It's just this sport that they are doing. So if the government will bring back sports in Taraba State, I am telling you that we'll pick a lot of people from the street, we'll help a lot of families, and we will now give them a sense of leadership. Because if you're a sport person, automatically you are a leader. Because sports will give you that mental strength of being a good leader. So I am appealing to the government that please, passionately, as a person who has been into sport, and I'm an educationist also, because I was in sports and I had my first degree, I have my master's degree also, and I'm still in sport.
Yeah.
So I'm calling on the government to please help those people that are out there who has not gone to school, who are not into business, but have held onto that sport. And if they bring it back, I am telling you, we are going to
Well, I know
put
as an educationist, you want to talk and you keep on talking. This conversation is going to continue. It's a sports segment on Morning Breeze on Kwararafa Television. Thank you, Peter Winyu, for the time. I am Joachim Duncan Peters. Join us some other times on sports. Bye.
Thank you.
For television.